At the 1996 Republican National Convention, Nancy Reagan made an emotional tribute to her husband, stricken with Alzheimer's disease. It moved the delegates, it moved the nation.
So let me close with Ronnie's words, not mine.
And it showed that part of her legacy would be how she carried on his.
Never forget your heroic origins, never fail to seek divine guidance, and never, never lose your natural, God-given optimism.
It was that optimism that carried Nancy and Ronald Reagan to the end. Ronald Reagan died June 5, 2004. Nancy shared her grief with the nation. Mrs. Reagan's journey began as Anne Frances Robbins in 1921. After graduating from Smith College, she became an actress, appearing on Broadway and in several Hollywood films. On March 4, 1952, she married Ronald Reagan. The Reagans would make only one film together. It would be her last, in 1956, Hellcats of the Navy. The new Mrs. Reagan soon shifted roles to wife and mother, to Patty and Ron Jr., and stepmother to Michael and Maureen, from President Reagan's first marriage to actress Jane Wyman. Maureen died of cancer in 2001.
I, Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan was sworn in as the 40th President of the United States in 1981. Nancy right there by his side. She brought some Hollywood glamour back to the White House, but her style as First Lady wasn't always appreciated. She was criticized for accepting $1 million worth of designer dresses and expensive china. Mrs. Reagan was always fiercely protective of her husband. After he was shot in 1981, she became obsessed with his safety. One former chief of staff revealing that Mrs. Reagan consulted an astrologist to plan the president's schedule. She even coached him on what to say to reporters.
Doing everything we can.
As First Lady, she also campaigned against teen drug and alcohol abuse with the now famous slogan, "Just Say No."
All of us thank you and President Reagan for helping us just say no to drugs.
In later years, she turned that activist streak to a cause many Republicans disagreed with: stem cell research, which could someday help others with Alzheimer's.
The Republican Party was not the center of her life. Ronald Reagan was. And she saw an immediate application, potential application of stem cell research to the person she cared about most in all the world.
Her public perception has undergone a profound transformation over the years. Widely viewed in her final decade as a leading political light, she was endlessly courted by Republican contenders, constantly cited as a paragon of genuine conservative virtue. But what Nancy Reagan will be most remembered for? The essential cause from which she never wavered, providing iron strength and absolute devotion to her husband.
Oh, my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way.
And they did go a long, long way. Nancy Reagan, dead today at 94.